Alright, and we're back with the 4th chapter of Dead Space 3. This is going to be the 3rd video for you guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed them so far. As soon as you start off chapter 4, there's a bench right there, so take your time. Get what you need, make what you need, craft what you want. My partner spent a little bit of time there, so I skipped a few seconds. And yet you come to another elevator. Surprise.
Damn right. I never gave up on you. Oh no. You gave up on the world.
This one picks up the pace a little bit. You fight quite a bit of enemies. There's also some optional missions you can do, which I do take care of one of them. But I do miss the Brusilov, but I do get the Greely. But I actually think I cover both optional missions in one video with my other partner, Waffle Man. Unfortunately, I didn't cover them this time around. And the guy I'm playing with right now, his name is Ravage K33. He's the one that I've been playing with this whole time, the first 3 videos. Go. You repeat the process as before. You're basically backtracking, except these big tentacles are in the way. So you just do this. You don't have to use stasis on those tentacles. As you can see, I didn't use it on that one. But if you have to, then you can. Make your way around. Not too many enemies there. Now this part right here, this can be a bit tricky, so hopefully you guys have some stasis upgrades. Freeze both of the fans at the same time. It's easier that way, like I just did, because we completely messed up there. Well, he did. He got chopped up by the second fan. He didn't use his stasis in time and got chopped up, so. Easiest part, and yet you can fail at it, so just be very careful. And if you guys want any help, if you guys are watching this, just subscribe to my channel and send me a message on PSN and I'll help you guys out. I've got tons of tungsten torque bars. I can help you guys get the plans, the blueprints, some really good circuits. Just subscribe and hit me up with a message on PSN, Boosted RX7, BOOSTED RX7, nothing special, and just put your subscription name in the message and I'll add you. and we can run through it a little bit, and I can get you some really nice resources. take you through some of the parts of the game that you might have not went through, such as optional missions, tungsten torque bar rooms. I can get you some really good resources with the bots if you don't know how to use the bots. I actually use a few of the bots correctly in this video, so I get to show you guys how to do that. Unfortunately, I don't think you guys have your bots yet at this point in time. I think you guys get them in the next couple of chapters. So. Yeah, it's pretty creepy. If I'm not mistaken, when I was replaying this through Impossible with Waffle Man, he said that he got a trophy for shooting that. Unfortunately, if you notice, I never shot it, so you guys might want to try to shoot it a few times to see if you do get a trophy, in fact.
Hey, Isaac!
Isaac? Carver, what's going on?
Isaac's just having a little flashback here.
Hey!
What is it? What's going on?
Nothing. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Ellie, the Admiral was obsessed with making a key.
A key to
And
what?
it's fortunate because I told you guys Carver has a better storyline than Isaac,
Some sort of
and I actually think I do have Carver's storyline recorded. When I was playing with Waffle Man, it's chapter 7 and up, so 7 through 19 I'm going to be playing with Waffle Man. Ravage K33 is only going to be with me for one more video.
It's exactly what we've been looking for.
So you get to see Carver's little flashbacks of his family and his wife and stuff, and you get to see how I get through those, because they can be pretty difficult if you don't understand what you're supposed to be doing. I actually died in one of the flashbacks because there's different objectives you have to do in them, and you flashback 3 times, so stay tuned for those. I got those coming on the later chapters where he actually does go into the flashbacks. It's pretty crazy. So you just grab some ammo, some resources, head back. You guys got what you needed.
If we can get it space-worthy again,
Unfortunately, there's a lot of backtracking in here.
No chance. We find the shuttle, then we're getting the hell out of here.
Damn it, Robert! If we don't stop them up,
Still using the Evangler and the probe gun, of course. Like I said, I used that through this whole first run through on normal.
The biggest ship of the fleet, the Terra Nova. But it's a long walk.
I may lay down some footage of my crafting guns.
There's a way, we'll find it.
And here we go, acting stupid. Doing a little showdown for you guys. Just shows how long the elevator rides. You get really stupid because they're insanely long, and you get completely bored with them because there's so many of them in the game. But as soon as I get all these normal ones commentated on through chapter 19, excuse me, I do plan on going back and throwing down some Impossible game footage. There's a few guys that pop through here. They're the pretty quick ones with tails, be careful. They'll take some major damage off you if you're not too careful. I'm not too sure what I was doing here. I'm probably checking for an optional mission because that C.M.S. Greely and Brusilov's coming up. But I don't know why I double check which path to take. I don't know. I guess I was just not paying attention at all. I was actually trying to get the optional missions done to see if you get anything special for doing them. But unfortunately, I don't think you do. I think your reward for them comes at the end of the game for getting 100% complete.
Found a little maintenance craft. A skip.
Because in order to get 100% complete for the game, you have to do the optional
We'll take it to the
missions.
ultimate ships.
But like I said, I've been doing those with Waffle Man. I think we run back through them later on. At some point in time, I think you can hit them at the later chapters as well.
Decide what to do with it. I'm heading out to take a look at this skip.
And I honestly think we get them. So you might see us run, or you might see me run through them once or twice. And I'm not sure why this is laggy right here. I guess it was just the recording and the gameplay mashing, just lagging. I'm not too sure. And there's all my suits I have. Unfortunately, the Elite I think is the best. And there we go, I'm in the Elite. And you can see some of the upgrades I've got. Right now they're all full. I do have them all upgraded now. So I've got full kinesis. I had to skip a little bit. I think he was just upgrading his suit, so that's why you saw that jump there for a little bit. He was just upgrading his suit and it took him a while. So here we go, we're in space. You get to go to the little pilot ship. And
Do you guys hear this?
this is where you get to go to Brusilov and Greely if you feel like it.
Encrypted. It's coming from the research vessel C.M.S. Greely. This could be really
The main
important.
mission objective
If I
is
get
to
a
go to
chance, I'll
Terra,
check into
but
it, Santos.
if you want to do the
Yeah.
optional missions, you can. You can go to Brusilov, Roanoke, and Greely. So, as you can see right here. There we go. Which unfortunately, like I said, I wanted to do the optional mission to see if you got anything for doing it. But you don't, so it's just for extra resources. There is a tungsten torque bar door here on this ship, so that's a plus. Unfortunately, you won't see me pick up all the drops because I've already picked everything up. This is my second playthrough. My Impossible's my third playthrough. So and there it is right in front of you. Really hard to miss. And for some reason you can't select that mission. So you basically knowingly just have to wing it and go through it just by, I guess, pure skill. Because it doesn't give you any direction on where to go. As you can see, I pushed R3 and it pointed me back to the ship. So if you get lost, this is a good guidance video. Had to wait on him again, so I skipped it. But as you go through the docking door, you come here. Oxygen levels get stable. This is where I do show you guys how to use the bot. So if you're ever wondering how to use the bot, this is where it is.
Hey, Santos. I made it inside the Greely. Any luck with that
As
encrypted
you can see,
message?
it says optional mission
No,
there. So
but if you can find the source, maybe we can find a way to decrypt it.
Roger that. Isaac out.
there's quite a bit of action that goes on in these optional missions. Really, I was kind of surprised, but they're kind of the same layout. Brusilov and Greely. You walk in, top of the ladder, go down, room, staircase, etc., etc. So, and there's the tungsten torque bar door right there, which I do open later on in the mission once the power's turned on. Of course, you saw the bench, which was not available. There goes those dogs. They're everywhere, breathing left and right. Be careful on those guys with the infected exploding flesh on the back. They don't do anything except walk towards you, and once they get towards you, they lift that arm up and smash it down and make a big explosion in your face. So you can either do one of two things. You can shoot the explosion and kill them with the explosion, or you can just shoot their body and dismember their body and use the explosion on another enemy, which is what I personally like to do.
On purpose?
You can use kinesis to pick it up
Not sure.
and throw it at another enemy.
Power on, I may be able to lift the
It's
security
really cool.
lockdown.
But do be careful. You can throw it into your opponent or your ally, your friend, and your friend can shoot it out of your kinesis and blow it up in your face, which is not fun at all. Because that has happened to me before on my first playthrough. Okay, as you notice, the arrows on the outside are pointing up, so that means your elevation area is making you go up. So of course you go back up the stairs. The ripples in the center is basically which direction you have to go in. It's pretty self-explanatory on the ripples, but the elevation is kind of confusing to some people. As you notice, it's level now, so that means I'm level with the elevation where it's at. And there you have it. Once you find your secret area, it's going to blink like a circle. And unfortunately, I get really lucky because I get 2 bots in the same secret location. So that was a really good find for me. And you'll notice the big difference in resources from just setting it down anywhere and actually finding that nice resource spot. You're talking 5 resources compared to 40 to 50 resources. So it's definitely a big difference. So make sure you guys use those correctly. You know, faster you can get your rig upgraded, the faster you can make really nice items, craft anything you want. I've got, like I said, I've got some really nice guns I want to show you guys. I just recently made a pistol last night before I logged off and started working on these videos for you guys. So, and I do have the blueprints for them. I don't know, I'm considering letting them
Power's on.
leak,
I see it. The lockdown is originating from
giving
the
them to
radio
people.
Set my waypoint.
But
I'll head there.
unless you can figure them out watching the video, then more power to you. But a lot of people don't know how the bench works. You got your upper, lower, and your tooltip, which your tooltip is very essential, or your gun's going to be very basic. And make sure you put your 2 attachments on there. And I didn't figure this out until Waffle Man actually said something. To get to the attachment 2 and all that other good stuff, you have to push at the directional
Just give me a minute to release
at an
this
angle
lockdown.
to get to it, or you're only going to be scrolling up, down, left, and right. Then you're going to be thinking those other ones are off limits. Actually, no, they're not off limits. You just have to push the directional pad to them. So those of you that didn't know that, go back and upgrade your guns, or when you create your guns, make sure you add those attachments and stuff. Fire glaze, acid bath, and damage support are really nice. That's what I have on them. Here, all you do, you just switch the power. You gotta level it out. It's pretty simple. I did it on the first try. There's one later on in the game, which you guys are gonna see. You have to level out the elevator and the power, which is kind of trickier than that. That one, you just give all the power to the right one. So now you make your way back. Of course, there's going to be a few guys. And for some reason, I'm getting very unlucky playing with Waffle Man. All the enemies come after me. I'm not too sure why, but they just run right by him and go straight for me. There you go. I'm going to go to the bench. There's your scavenger bot. As you can see, watch my resources jump. They jump a pretty good milestone there, and I get a tungsten torque bar. So we're going to be able to go into this room over here and get to show you guys what's in there. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to get all the pickups. You guys might have a few things that are different than me, like some plans, some different circuits than me, because I've already picked them up. So. And Impossible drops way better circuits, guys. You're talking +3 damage, +3 reload. So Impossible is definitely a good difficulty to play on. It's not very impossible unless you're just completely bad at the game, which then you might have some trouble. But as long as you can kill the monsters before they get to you, you're going to be okay. There's another circuit. And I always do this. You guys may be wondering why I'm not going with the navigator, but whichever direction it's telling you to go, and I normally go the opposite way in a door that I haven't been that goes with the storyline. So I went in that door, and normally it's a loot room, so you know, nothing but perks for that. So if you see a door that you haven't been in, definitely check it out, because it's probably nothing except a loot room, which will only help you out in the long run. And if you notice in this room, I didn't get it this first time, but I did get it with Waffle Man. There's two black lights. They're both behind me. There's one on the left, one on the right. One of those will actually have I believe it's a frame, if I'm not mistaken, because it blends in with the black light, so it's definitely a purple drop. So I believe that's a frame. So if you notice, I check this black light over here, but there's one also on the opposite side, which unfortunately I didn't check this time around. It's right over there on the right side, so make sure you guys check that out. And unfortunately there's 3 boxes here, but I only get one because he pushes the elevator and I get screwed out of drops. But here we go, continuing on. Yeah, that looks like a drop to me. That's my fault. I was like, hey, there's one, but no, it's not. And I kind of cheat this guy out right here. Shoot him through the little opening right there and stick him to the wall. It's the only thing I like about the probe gun. When you shoot him, it sticks him to the wall. I think that's like the coolest thing. Oh, and when your partner gets grabbed, very important, shoot their arms or they're going to die. Yeah, there's no other way of doing it. If you have the Wangler, just use the shotgun and blow them away, because it pushes them off. I don't think you have to necessarily aim for the arms, but just shooting them in general with the shotgun just blows them off completely. There's another bench if you need it. Unfortunately, I don't think I go to this one. I don't like to make too many stops at the bench if it's not necessary, especially during recording time. Because as you can see, I'm having no problems with the Evangler and what circuits I have in it. Which, oh, there's some more resources right there. There's going to be one on this level, but unfortunately, I don't think I picked this one up. I'm not sure why. I guess I just forgot about it. And I'm not sure if this is a glitch or what, but I was having trouble picking this up because that's a resource that's not supposed to go in your inventory, and unfortunately it's not letting me pick it up because I have a full inventory. So I wasn't too sure what was going on there. And once you take that semiconductor out, it of course stops the power. And now you can collect the ammo and go across the way. Definitely get your boxes. It helps with ammo. This is going to take 2 people right here. One of you holds the valve open, and as you notice on the right there's the little disc. Unfortunately, I had to tell Ravage a few times to come get it, and I was like, over here, so I just kept popping it in and out until he saw it. And there we go, we got it. So now you're gonna backtrack once more. Yeah, those things are very annoying. Make sure you kill them, because if you don't, they're gonna do this. And they will keep going to dead bodies and keep resurrecting them. Also, watch out for this part. Make sure you're watching your step very carefully, because those things will kill you, without a doubt.
Oh, let me see if I can find it. Yes.
You actually get to see one disintegrate a necromorph. So. And unfortunately I get my bot out, which I missed the resource that I was supposed to get because it was right there, and yeah, I almost choked. But as you can see, the floor paneling looks a lot clearer than the rest of the floor, so. And he is wearing the Evangler suit, by the way. I forgot to mention that whenever he changed his suit. And I'm in the Elite suit, which you guys saw me change into that. Done. Oh, yep, rain and body parts. Well, I can see. There's quite a few guys right here. You really throw down in a firefight with all these things coming up on you, so be very careful. Don't try to backtrack too much. Active spitters is really annoying. Shot that dude in the so such a trooper. Dodge is very effective, by the way. As you can see, I just dodged an acid bath. And if you've been watching all of my videos, you can tell that I love to dodge. So, definitely use it. It's there for a reason. I was going to go back, but then I realized, no, it's too far, and I'm not going to make y'all watch that, so we shall proceed. And the door is taking forever to open. I don't know why, but it does. And yet, you have another firefight, like I said. There you go. You pick that up. I tried to pick it up. I obviously have it with my kinesis, but it wasn't working. I'm not too sure what happened there, so I just shoot it. Blow up the necromorph. And that's what happened. Yeah, that thing has a pretty big radius, as you can see. I even stasis still got me. And I roll out of the way because he's holding it, and yet he uses it the correct way. Definite props on that. That was a good one. And there's a little loot room right there too. But I just, as you collect resources, circuits, boxes, scrap boxes, you need to empty your inventory out in your bench so it doesn't get too full. And of course I just made a few tungsten torque bars, but I keep 5 of them on me now. So that way I never run out and I can constantly use them.
Got it. Hey, Santos.
And Greely is complete, so that's the optional objective there. Pretty easy, fun, makes the game a little bit longer. You don't have to sit here and listen to it.
They must have been trying to hide her from the execution order. Her research
I don't know, I just did. I don't know why.
But why issue a cleanse order if it would destroy such an important secret?
Maybe they panicked. Or maybe they knew something we didn't.
I guess because I was waiting for it to say, you have a new suit in your kiosk, but it didn't, and I was mad, so you guys don't get to see Brusilov this time around. So, but like I said, I think I do it in later videos, just to complete it. So you guys do get to see that. Optional mission C.M.S. Greely. There it is, it's done. So you're gonna go back out and go to the ship. And as you can see, it's not on my optional missions anymore, which means it's complete. So just fly back over to your pilot. And that is going to be the end of this video. I'm just going to take a ride to Terra. Like I said, I don't do Brusilov, so we're going to continue from chapter 5. So I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and make sure you share. Thank you.
I'm inside the Terra Nova. Which way to the shuttle?
Santos, you found the impound records. What did they say?
Only that the shuttle was decommissioned. They were going to pop it out.
Great, so basically nobody knows?
There must be more